Hey guys, happy Thursday to you. Welcome to Best of the Best here on the YouTube channel for Jeff Meacham. Of course, that's me, but you already knew that. Thank you guys for the patience today. I know I was a little late today. I wasn't up at midnight like I usually am, but had to have a little scheduling conflict take place with my son being brought over. So he's here and he's having a good time playing in the background. I'm sure you'll probably hear him throughout the course of the show today. But in any event, this week's top five is the top five WWE or TNA performers that you guys and myself feel would be better suited in the other company. And I got quite a bit of response, and I appreciate that. I use the word appreciation a lot on these shows, it seems like, but I really do appreciate you guys taking the time and the effort to get your suggestions, your feedback, your lists, whatever I ask for into me. You guys have been so good over the last 10 years, and I'm loving the continued support as I venture on to this new journey of mine. So let's get to the list. First one came from Twitter. It was Sean Bauer, I believe his name is. Sorry for the mispronunciation if I messed it up, Sean. Let me know if I messed up. His top five, no particular order on any of these, by the way, was Daniel Bryan, of course, Kofi Kingston, Alberto Del Rio, Wade Barrett, and Cody Rhodes. I noticed there was no TNA or WWE, TNA WWE on your list there, Sean. I'm surprised. But those five, not sure. Brian, as much as I like to see the pure Brian Danielson return, I don't know if it would if it would work. But again, we'll And Kofi's in the middle of a big push right now. Alberto, for those of you that don't know, on WWE.com, sorry for the spoiler, but he's the new World Heavyweight Champion. So can't do much better than that right now. All right, from WWE anime fans on YouTube, he has Yoshitatsu, JTG, Drew McIntyre, Santino Marella, and Kurt Hawkins. Again, all WWE going to TNA. Interesting. Um, Mike Kimbler changes that trend. By the way, Mike, thank you so much for the hashtag I'm a Jeff Meacham guy on your post. I was just so tickled to read that, and if anybody can make that shirt happen for me in a bulk order that I can not necessarily sell, but give out to my friends and my fans, let me know, because that would be awesome as a 30th birthday present to have that shirt be able to be distributed to people. Anyway, Mike's list says Tyson Kidd, Drew McIntyre for WWE TNA, and then on the other side of the coin, it's James Storm, Bobby Roode, and Matt Morgan from TNA back to WWE in case of Matt Morgan. Bobby Roode has never been there. But I like that. It's a good list. I like that. Now this guy, Dead had 0116 on YouTube, went way above and beyond because he gave me a top five of each company to the other company. He gave me 10 guys, 10 people. I really appreciate that. His TNA WWE list is Samoa Joe, Austin Aries, and then the what I call the California PWG three: Frankie Kazarian, Christopher Daniels, AJ Styles. And going the other way from WWE TNA, he has Tyson Kidd, Evan Bourne, Drew McIntyre, Yoshitatsu, and Mason Ryan. Thank you, Deadhead 016. Longtime fan of Talk Wrestling and the D18 shows I did, Sean Proctor. He has Samoa Joe, Austin Aries, and Bobby Roode from TNA WWE, and going the other, and actually Bully Ray as well. And his lone trade from WWE TNA is none other than John Cena. Considering the promo we heard at Money in the Bank last year, after Money in the Bank, regarding John possibly going to TNA and brother and all that, hey, stranger things have happened. Could see the face of the company. You never know. My buddy Kalea, who's I don't know if she's been on the shows or not, at D18 or not, but she's been hanging out with us for a long time. She's an awesome person, great friend of the group. She has actually six, and I went ahead and let her do it because, well, she's awesome like that, and she's pretty. Um, Justin Gabriel, Alex Riley, Tyson Kidd, Ryback, which I'm not sure about the Ryback one because he's getting the biggest push of his entire career. And then she lists two divas that should leave WWE for TNA: Natalia and Rosa Mendez. So interesting choices there. Andrew David Dugan. I don't know how you say it, sir. But he gave me five, but one was a tag team. Alberto Del Rio, Tyson Kidd, Brad Maddox, and Jimmy and Jay of the Usos. Usos probably would be better suited than TNA as far as the tag team division, but again, WWE's tag team division seems to be resurging itself, so you never know. Houston McCain says Brian Danielson. Matt Morgan, Ron the Truth Killings, R-Truth, Hernandez, and Drew McIntyre. That's a pretty good crop. Hernandez, I think, is better suited than TNA, but he could do well as a big man in WWE. Ron is the biggest surprise to me, R-Truth, because you don't see him mentioned as being better suited going back to where he really first made a huge splash. He was a pretty decent player in WWE as far as K-Quick, but he didn't really make his name well known until he was NWA World Champion in NWA TNA. And I don't know, as much as getting away from the little Jimmy gimmick would be awesome for him, because little Jimmy gimmick is just making my head hurt. I'm not sure if going back to TNA would be good for Ron. Um, and then Drew McIntyre, so underutilized and so misused in WWE. He'd do great in TNA, I think. Um, Greg Cherry, my soon-to-be, uh, I'm his house guest. There we go. I was gonna say what he was, but I'm gonna be his house guest come a couple weeks from now, so I'll just go with that. He gave me more than 5, but whatever. He's allowed. Doesn't matter. Mr. Anderson, Natalia, Tyson Kidd, Christopher Daniels, Brian Danielson, James Storm, and Bobby Roode was his list. So, Greg, thank you very much. Greg will be part of a top 5 on, let me get the date up so I can actually have it official, so I can read it to you guys all. He'll be on a couple shows, actually. He'll be on one-on-one. There'll be a Q&A session with Greg as part of it. He'll be part of the top 5 Royal Rumble matches of all time, in his opinion. He'll be part of the TV recap on Saturday before the Rumble. He'll be part of the Rumble review on the Tuesday. Instead of one-on-one on that Tuesday, the 29th, there'll be a Q&A and a Rumble review. It'll all be featuring the Pensen himself, Greg Cherry. My former co-host, JJ Williams, over at the Constantine Studios. His list was Randy Orton, John Cena, Austin Aries, Matt Morgan, and Bully Ray. And my roommate here, Teresa, she has decided to give herself a list as well. She gave me quite an extensive choice on one of the 5. She gave me Bryan Danielson, Ted DiBiase, Joe Henning, Cody Rhodes, and she decided for a massive Divas knockout trade. She said, and I quote, trade Mickie James, Tara, and Miss Tessmacher for every WWE Diva except for Layla, Natalya, and Tamina. So keep Layla, Natalya, and Tamina in the WWE, but everybody else can go to TNA. And trade Mickie, Victoria, and Miss Tessmacher back to WWE. And drop the stupid Barbie belt and stick to the lineage of the Women's Championship. I decided to adopt Teresa's Divas Knockout trade as one of my top 5 because that's a great trade. I like the idea of Mickie, Victoria, and Brooke Tessmacher getting a shot back at WWE. Brooke, for all that she was just strictly eye candy and a dancer in WWE, really has improved herself, I think, and can do good things in the WWE women's division, not the Divas division. I like the whole idea of dropping that stupid butterfly belt and bringing back the women's championship. I like that a lot. Joe Henning, also from her list. The Michael McGillicuddy thing played out quickly, and Nexus didn't work out very well. I don't think he was tag team champion, sure, but I think overall he'd be better suited as a second generation Joe Henning in TNA. Ken Anderson. I chose Ken Anderson from Greg's list. Kennedy, Mr. Kennedy was a great WWE performer. I don't think he's won 2 championships, world championships in TNA. Don't get me wrong, but I think he would be better suited in WWE. And Evan Bourne, who once he returns from his broken foot, would be a much better X Division superstar than a WWE throwaway. All right, there's my list. What do you guys think? For those of you who didn't send in the list to me, what do you guys think about my list and the list I got? Give me some feedback. Let me know. Coming up on Saturday, we'll have a weekend review after I watch SmackDown Friday night, hopefully. And we'll let you guys know what I think about the weekend review on television. That's it for Best of the Best. We'll see you next time.